afternoon, then, gentlemen. My name is Rodrigo Marina, and a pleasure, like always, to welcome you today to the Texas A&M International University Soccer Complex. The one, the very own, the home of your Laredo Heat. Folks, the last regular season conference matchup between both sides here. This is the second game between both teams. The first one took place in the 2-1-0 at San Antonio Christian High School. This is the second game, of course, the last one to finish the Lone Star Conference, and it's at the TAMU Soccer Complex, the home of your Laredo Heat. Damas y caballeros, un placer que se encuentren con nosotros en esta hermosa atardecer en Laredo, Texas. Estamos a momentos de que comience el partido, solamente a pocos instantes. Damas y caballeros, el árbitro ha visto el cronómetro, ha checado que los jugadores estén listos, el batón tiene rotación y este partido ya tiene movimiento. Thank you for joining us today. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the second game between both teams. We'll go over the starting lineup momentarily, folks. The Laredo Heat, folks, with playoff implications into this game. This is a very big matchup for both teams. A lot of stories written within the starting 22 on the field. And this one with major implication in terms of the playoffs for both teams. The Laredo Heat already clinched a home encounter to be taking place on Tuesday. If this game goes in favor of the Heat in terms of a draw or a win, the Heat will host both games if indeed the Heat passing is on Tuesday. But of course, every game gets played once at a time. We all know this. Brownsville, is awaiting the decision along with Irvin, along with San Antonio as well, who's playing, and Denton. Lubbock also in the picture. This one over to the Iceman. Ruben Nielsen looking to take it inside, and this ball sent high and over. It's going to be a goal kick for Corinthians of San Antonio. So this game, folks, with the major implications in terms of the playoffs for the entire conference. San Antonio with a win will leap the Heat so they can have first and host both rounds. If they do not earn a point here at home and the conference plays out, San Antonio could be looking out into missing into the playoffs. So a lot going on in today's matchup. The Heat, of course, want to win here at home. It's the 9-5-6. It's your favorite team from the 9-5-6. So the Heat always wanting to come out and show out here at the TAMU Soccer Complex. Este partido con mucho que ver para ambos equipos obviamente queriendo jugar después de que se acabe la temporada regular. El Laredo Heat ya tiene un juego de postemporada en el armario. Se va a jugar el martes, pero si el Heat gana este partido, significa que el Heat, si gana el martes también, puede tener ambos partidos en casa. Este es un partido con mucha emoción. Brownsville viene a este encuentro con un récord de 7-2-2, ha empatado y perdido 2 y ha ganado 7. Laredo Heat con un récord muy impresionante también. Ruben Muller-Nielsen, the Iceman, on the far-hand side, the Denmark native, trying to draw it down the line with possession here, trying to take a touch, takes two, as this ball not leaving the field of play on the touchline. Ruben wanting to share inside now to Teddy West. It's the kid from Crawley over to the far-hand side. Back to Jordan Mason into the goalkeeper's gloves, and Mace testing out the goalkeeper early. Flag stays down. Corinthians of San Antonio wanting the call. They won't get it. And the Heat knocking on the door early. Ruben Muller-Nielsen looks impressive to start the matchup with the opening 2.5, 2 and change. And this game, folks, could be a good one for the Iceman and the Laredo Heat. Jordan Mace now applying the pressure as Corinthians looks to build out from their own defensive third. And they'll have it now with a big ball incoming here. And sure enough, lobbed up top, trying to find something now. The Greek machine will scan it and eye it down all the way to the Durantula. Will share across the 6. The Durantula now well positioned here as Connor Durant able to keep this one in control and under poise as he lives it off for Captain Lewis Wilson, the Aberdeen native, will send a big ball of his own, trying to find Chris Colacci as a Milan native, unable to get to it. Corinthians control in the mid-third now. Over across the belly button of the field now. Flirt play. The player going nowhere, almost tripping within his own stuff. As this ball sent out of play, out of action into the stands for the Laredo Heat now. I believe we'll give the throw up. The starting lineup for the Heat, folks. In goal, Connor, the Durantula. Durant on the defensive sector. Daisuke Takanaka. Kaminari will play a shot from afar, and that one nowhere near the goal. Flag wanted to be up by the Heat. They won't get it. Play will resume in the form of a goal kick. So in the lineup defensively, folks, it's Daisuke Takanaka on the left-hand side. Kaminari will sub in for Liam Morrison. Left center back, the Greek machine, Dimitrios Leonoglu, wearing number 4. Number 5, captain for the Laredo Heat. We've got him, and you don't. It's Lewis Wilson. On the right-hand side, Sebastian Rivera, the kid from the 9-5-6, playing in the midfield for the Heat. It's the kid from Crawley, number 17, Teddy West. And number 18, Juan Manuel Romero. Many men. Along with number 10, Zurdóñez. wearing number 21. Jordan Mace, the Piston, makes his way into the starting lineup along with number 22, Ruben the Iceman Nielsen, leaving Chris Colaci as the one that we have left to mention, the 11th. San Antonio Corinthians will swing it now to the near right-hand flank into the half space, the one timeout. A decent build-up here as that ball leaves the terrain of field out of play. And into the hands of the Heat. Corinthians are coming into this game after being played, folks, very, 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 very well against. They have conceded, I believe, 13 goals in their last 2 encounters. They lost to Brownsville with a margin of 8-0. So they're coming into this last matchup of the regular season trying to steal one on the road here against the Laredo Heat. But Caminati full in control of this one as Lewis Wilson, the Aberdeen native captain from Scotland, sharing with the Crawley kid. It's Teddy West over to the far hand side. The kid from the 956, Sebastián Rivera controla, comparte ahora con el capitán. Recibe Lewis Wilson, ahora se la pasa a la máquina greca. Recibe Dimitrios Leonoglu con el japonés, Takanaka. Takanaka al caminar y comparte otra vez el movimiento, el repartimiento del queso. Quieren compartir, ponle quesito, jamón serrano, salami de lo que gustes. Otra vez controla Juan Manuel Romero, se la regresa al griego Dimitrios Leonoglu, el capitán del Heat. Lewis Wilson controla y comparte. Ahora es Teddy West. Dimitrios Leonoglu over to Caminati. Sharing with Surdueñez. Caminati with the recovery. This ball out of play. Last touch by Corinthians of San Antonio. The Heat will have the throw. Ball played again. The Heat will control. Possession given up. Corinthians now will have it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I believe we're over the technical difficulties. I believe we are okay again. We do apologize for missing out on those 5 minutes of game time, but we are live, and we are live for the Texas International University Soccer Complex in Laredo, Texas. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Play will resume here. Jordan Mace now trying to go between two, sharing now with Daisuke Takanaka. It's Caminati again with Jordan. Making the run and over to Juan Manuel Romero. Lewis Wilson will leave this one back to Sebastián Rivera. Rivera will share, this time with the Greek machine. It's Dimitrios Leonoglu. He'll try to find the splitting ball into the middle now. Back to Chris Colaci, who takes through on, and the Heat now with a chance to break. Colaci on the dribble, on the run now, has a wide option, wide and deciding to go with Ruben the Iceman Nielsen. Ruben on the far hand side, the Iceman trying to pass it again inside to Colaci for the assist. Colaci with a chance, Colaci! And this one just off target, but a close chance for the Italian Colaci to get another on the. The ball played out wide again. Into the middle now. Ruben the Iceman Nielsen in control here, sharing with the Greek machine, Dimitrios Leonoglu. Dimitri looking for the run of Caminati. Back again to Jordan Mace. Mace now trying to find something by the touchline, deciding to share back with the Greek machine, and we go to Dimitrios Leonoglu. Into the middle now. Teddy West, the kid from Crawley. Back again to Dimitrios Leonoglu. On and over to the captain, Lewis Wilson, the man from Aberdeen, Scotland. And swung over to the kid from the 956. Sebastián Rivera comparte hacia adentro otra vez. Es el hombre de hielo, Ruben the Iceman Nielsen. On the dribble between two, trying to split. Unlucky here, couldn't regain it back, and San Antonio now will play through. And through the middle, chipped ball attempted, controlled again by the chest, this time with the Greek machine. It's Dimitrios Leonoglu sharing it now on the ground. Over to Roberto Surdueñez. Surdueñez trying to go wide again. Zurdo comparte, ahora la tiene el hombre de hielo, Ruben Nielsen, trying to drive it in between into the 18. Unsuccessful possession there for the Laredo Heat. Again we go. Played. Last touch by the Corinthians of San Antonio. This one finds its way out. Ball throw now into Zurdo. Zurdo trying to send it inside. Corinthians looking to clear this one, and somehow, well, Captain Lewis Wilson putting a touch on this one, sending it back to the kid from Crawley over the Greek machine now, and he'll go wide. Caminati, Daisuke Takanaka-san in control here. He'll find it, trying to squeeze it inside, doing so with Teddy West now, the kid from Crawley. Back again to the captain. It's Lewis Wilson. Driven now into the space, trying to find something with Colachi, and this one just a tad bit too far, and Corinthians now will play the bait. On the near hand side, throw to Corinthians. Corinthians will start negatively. He trying to swing it into the press side. And up away with it is the Iceman. This one's going to go against the Heat and in favor of Corinthians FC of San Antonio. Heat will share. Back to the Greek machine, Dimitrios Sorianoglu. Up top and out of play, and the Heat giving possession up again. We have about a quarter of an hour in. Thrown again. Back to Teddy West. Over to Juan Manuel Romero. El many man. Takanaka. Dimitrios Leonoglu. Teddy West. A lot of time and space in that middle. Teddy West will get the 1-2 bumper play. And now Teddy West swinging it wide, one of his own. This one just a tad bit too far, trying to find Ruben. And unlucky there for the Heat, not able to get to it. The two performances before this one for Corinthians of San Antonio have not been a true testament to what the team has done this season. They've been shorthanded on both trips out on the road, and they've been beaten a little bit as well. They've had a couple of injuries, a couple of things not go their way, but it's no testament to how good they've been this year, and it's a test for the Heat. The first one ended up in an encounter, folks. I believe I said a victory in favor of the Heat at the beginning, and that's a lie. I might have lied to you subconsciously. I wished it would have been a victory, but it was a draw. They ended up 1-1, and Corinthians actually went up on the board first. This is the second encounter. The Heat have been fantastic since that game, only dropping one tie and only dropping the one loss since that first matchup 11 games ago against Corinthians of San Antonio in San Antonio. The Heat, however, back home today, trying to make sure that this one goes in their favor and in their way. They've been good. They've been well against Brownsville last time. Brownsville, a very good side as well, trying to find that playoff seed. And this game, folks, again, with a lot of implications in terms of the postseason. For everybody trying to get involved in postseason play, that one will start, the postseason starts on Tuesday evening. Lewis Wilson now on the drive forward, trying to find something up top, deciding to go with Surla and Surla, trying to step on it and dance. And, well, the music cut short by the press of Corinthians. They're trying to swing it out in their defensive third, trying to find some build-up as they go into the middle. And a forced ball gives this one up back to Teddy West, the kid from Crawley. We love him, and you know it's back again to Juan Manuel Romero, deciding to go back and share with the Aberdeen captain. This is Lewis Wilson. Onto the near-hand side we go. The Heat choosing to possess now, trying to find width. And they'll decide to go up top again to Colachi. Back to Takanaka. Santakanaka with a touch forward with two now, trying to split between 2 and 3 and playing the bumper. Now with Surdo with a touch. Surdo trying to dribble. Surdo again with a touch. Back again to Colachi. Flag definitely goes up. That is an offside ruling on the play. The Heat a little frustrated, and sure enough, they're wishing that all of these go their way, and unlucky for that ball not to go their favor. So it's definitely here for the Heat, a very big matchup, and as well for everybody involved in the Lone Star Conference trying to find their way into the postseason. So this game with a major playoff implications as we go. Corinthians up top now. Lewis Wilson trying to get the flick on this one and is able to, and now has to do the second hand press work. Defensive work right there, fantastic from the Iceman as Ruben Nielsen sends this one out of play. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we are back again. Apologize for the technical difficulties we've encountered in this opening 45 minutes of regulated 90. It's really hot in Laredo, and obviously we're outside. This isn't an excuse. I'm just providing a reason. All the cables have been getting overheated with the sun. We're currently at 102 degrees. Well, not actually, just 100. And it actually is 8:45 p.m. and we're still in the triple digits in Laredo, Texas. So again, I apologize for the difficulties. I hope the stream is up and going. I mean, if it gets taken down, we keep going back up as soon as we can. So we're trying to bring you the action live as much as we can. But the temperatures out here in the 956 just not playing or not allowing us to produce the best of our capabilities today. So again, if the stream goes down, we'll try to stream it back up. We apologize, but Mother Nature's just not playing nicely. As we get back to matchup here, this one was going to be played out of the field of action, last touched by Corinthians of San Antonio. The Heat will get it again. Ball played back. Lewis Wilson now will have it. Down the middle we go with Juan Manuel Romero. Romero over the basket, Takanaka. We're going to find Jordan Mace here. Mace trying to play back. Dice will recover here. The Japan International will control possession and share back again with Connor Durant. Durantula now. Back to Palayan. Corinthians now will move it in the Heat's defensive half. Now they'll share it around side. They'll swing the ball over. Corinthians will put it into the sky. Brought back down. Back up, to be fair. Takanaka will ping pong it back the other way. Battled for here by both teams. Finally, ball on the ground. Corinthians will share, will move, will put it forward. Again, the Heat need a draw to host. The Heat need a draw to be able to be in position to host both playoff games if they win on Tuesday. Matt got to be taken care of Tuesday, but, well, Corinthians need a result as well. So, the conference is awaiting the decision of tonight's matchup to see where they finish as well. Obviously, play their last game of the regular season in the Lone Star Conference. Urban Nielsen will play back with Teddy West. It's the kid from Crawley who controls possession. And he'll swing this one over to the Greek machine. It's Dimitrios Leonoglu. Back again to the kid from Crawley. The Heat trying to find a rhythm, trying to get something going. Juan Manuel Romero will control back to Captain Lou Wilson. Wilson now teasing a dance of his own. Louis. Back again we go to the kid from Crawley. Not wide. Dimitrios Leonoglu. Leo over to Roberto Surdones. Back again to the kid from Greece. Swung wide and the Aberdeen native controls. Long ball, switch of field play here. Takanaka bring the ball back down beautifully. Awesomely done. A bicycle attempt here. Takanaka trying to go forward. Referee says no foul again, and well, no comment. Takanaka winning the ball back. Beautifully done. Pokes it out now. This time to Juan Manuel Romero. Manny will swing it over to the kid from Crawley. Good one touch now over to Lewis Wilson. Captain Lou. Out wide we go. Sebastián Rivera. El niño del 956 comparte ahora con el Greek Machine. Dimitrios Leonoglu. Leo la tiene, la pone en el aire. Busca a Mace. Mace la baja Roberto Surdoñez. Zurdo quiere recortar. Zurdo baila hacia adentro. Zurdo comparte con el italiano. El italiano de la media vuelta controla Teddy West. Teddy West from afar. And this one over. But the Heat ambitiously trying to get into the scorecard here. Ball set forward again. San Antonio folks play a through-the-back system most of the time. Today they're lining up with a back four, but their team that gets a little bit frustrated and likes to find that quick turn of the ball around. They try to go fast and they try to go far and they try to go quick. This time on the ground, doing so. The defensive situation here looks for Wilson, a fantastic standing tackle. And the possession will be given back up by the Laredo Heat Corinthians now. Dimitrios Leonoglu applying the press. Corinthians still with control on the edge of the 18. Trying to dribble forward, Sebastián Rivera with a sliding challenge, and Connor Durant, the Durantula, just picking this one up nicely in the Heat, folks. A gatherable situation here. Corinthians, the team, folks, I mean, they're 7-2-2 for a reason. They've have 7 victories in the Lone Star Conference, one of the toughest conferences in the in the National Premier Soccer League. And this ball gone wide. Controlled again now by Caminari Taganaka. Up top, Juan Manuel Romero. Un toquecito de Manny. Manny quiere seguir bailando. Recompostura el balón excelentemente. Y ahora la tiene italiano. Chris Colacci. Jordan Mason, the near hand side. Colacci still with Green, still with space, still with a drive. Chris now on the dribble, trying to find the splitting ball to Ruben, the Iceman Nielsen. And this one just a tad bit too strong. Ball needed to be a little bit wider out. The Heat doing a good job, though, trying to penetrate and break lines quick. A great individual play there by Colacci to pick the ball up on the Heat's defensive half and just drive forward. Comfortable 50, 60 yards. Corinthians will regather. They'll look to play out as well. Ball up forward and turned off out of possession. And you can see on the touchline the head coach for Corinthians just saying, find a breaking line ball. I mean, it's better to overshoot it than to underpass it. And well, Corinthians struggling a little bit here as we go to a water break. It's hot enough in the 956 for a water break. If the players need hydration, 30 minutes in, what can I tell you about the situation with the electronics, folks? Regardless, we'll take this time, folks, to remind you that there's only one destination online for everything Laredo Heat related. That's at www.laredoheatsc.com, the one and only destination for everything Laredo Heat on the World Wide Web. That's a place where you can find a direct link to everything Heat related, including our this year's roster, the conference standings, link to the MPSL official website, and of course the link to the Heat's official fan shop page, where you of course can buy all sorts of goodies Laredo Heat related to sport and show around the world, wherever you may be, supporting your favorite team. From the 956, damas y caballeros, tenemos un minuto para recordarles que solo hay un lugar en el internet donde pueden encontrar todo lo que se relaciona con su equipo favorito del 956, su equipo favorito de la NPSL, su Laredo Heat SC, es www.laredoheatsc.com, en donde pueden encontrar el enlace que los lleva a historias exclusivamente escritas por el club. También hay un enlace que los lleva a la tabla general de la conferencia, el enlace que los lleva al sitio oficial de la NPSL y claro que los lleva a el enlace en donde pueden encontrar la tienda oficial de Laredo Heat SC para comprar todas sus cachivaches. Todo lo que guste, que tengan los colores de su equipo favorito de la NPSL, eso es en www.laredoheatsc.com. También les queremos recordar que nos pueden seguir en todas las plataformas en redes sociales y checar todo nuestro contenido. Hay contenido diario en diferentes redes sociales. Nos pueden encontrar en Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter y también exclusivamente este año en TikTok, @LaredoHeatSC. Y aprieta el botoncito que lo deja interactuar con nosotros y demuestra a todos sus amigos que también usted es amigo de su Laredo Heat SC. Close here, folks, are getting back into action. The Heat need to be a little bit more composed when they do have the ball. We're very good in transition, and we need to start exposing areas. And the Corinthians leave a lot of space, folks, in that I guess in between the lines of their back line and the midfield. There's a lot of space for the Heat to play. We've got to find those pockets a little bit better and be a little bit more efficient once we have the turnaround play to keep trying to go forward. This is a dangerous game, folks, and a complicated one for both teams. Both teams looked very good opening game of the MPSL season. And to close out the regular conference play, it's Corinthians and the Heat again. The Heat will look to go quick. Through ball now lobbed over to the Iceman, trying to find somebody in the box. Ruben will dance by the corner flex sector, deciding to share back. One-time cross by Rivera. This one just a tad bit too far, a tad big back. And Corinthians again will regather in that mid-block. The line there for the Heat just a little bit too far back. Jordan Mace trying to regather here and shares now with Takanaka. Player down for the Heat on that far-hand side. I'm not sure. I think Sebastián Rivera seems to be okay. Sebastián Rivera is the player down regardless, folks. See, it seems like the Heat here in Laredo having a toll. Dropped another degree since the last time we spoke, folks, and well, it's go time again after the water break and the injury check. Oh, the play, excellent play there by Colacci. Off the heel flick, trying to find the individual brilliancy, and it's going to be a yellow card here first of the evening. El Laredo Heat le quiere mandar un saludo con mucho cariño y muy especial a los padres de Nacho Faust, que nos escuchan y nos ve. El señor Rafa y la señora Gema, gracias por estar con nosotros. Su Laredo Heat les manda muchos saludos con mucho cariño y la verdad se le agradecemos mucho que sigan viendo todos los partidos de su equipo favorito. Su Laredo Heat SC, un saludo a todo Sevilla, que nos ve y nos escucha. Ball played again on the ground. The Heat will have the set piece. Roberto Subdoña scored against Brownsville. a couple of yards forward. This one a tad bit too far, but it'll be a great opportunity for the Heat here to try to find something. Ruben Nielsen will go over it. This one by Zurdo. Zurdo, far post. Zurdo! Into the gloves of the keeper, and now, now San Antonio Corinthians looking to play quick. That's going to be against Jordan Mace, folks, and Corinthians pressing here to the referee to reach into his cards, and, well, Jordan Mace walks out clean out of that one. It's being a fast play, fast counterattack play, folks. It's also in Corinthians' own 18-yard box, so I'm not sure how much advantage could have been pleaded for a yellow card there, but a good play regardless tactically by Jordan Mace to slow it down. Ball wide out. Corinthians now trying to find something forward. There's a servicing ball into the first post. Corinthians hits the post, and a chance for SA. Corinthians San Antonio, Jordan Mace Connor Duran making a great block. I believe flag went up regardless, folks, but it's a great position there by the Durantula, saving that ball literally with his eyes in the back of his head as that ball bounced off the post, and Corinthians again dangerously playing on that left-hand side of theirs. Heat's right-hand defensive flank needing to be a bit better there. Ball sent back across the 18 over to the Greek machine, turned over by Dimitrios Leonoglu. Referee says play resumes, and the Heat there with a break, if I've ever seen one. A beautiful Kinder surprise for the Heat on that one. Ball centered again inside over to Colaci. Colaci will get a touch on it and finding the stride. Chris now penetrating ball over to the Iceman. It's Ruben Nielsen with an opportunity to send the ball in. Ruben with the service. Jordan Mace, and this one just underneath the reach. A great save. I mean, if you needed to cut your fingernails, Corinthians San Antonio is glad that the goalkeeper didn't do it today. And a shoulder charge to regain possession by Mace. We'll see him go into the booking. And the referee said it's 1, 2, 3, 4. What color is in my pocket? And definitely a yellow card here for Jordan Mace. Heat fans not liking the call. Personally, well, my job is to narrate and commentate whatever goes on the field. You got to talk about what's in front of you, and what was in front of us, that play, folks. It's, well, again, no comments, sin comentarios. Nos dejamos con la duda, se la damos al árbitro, le dejamos pensar. Corinthians now up top, looking again for that big ball in transition. It's not even a transitional ball, it's just, let's just put it up top and send everybody forward. Corinthians with the bounce, and that sliding challenge now beautifully applied. Teddy West will keep it under control here, and Lewis Wilson will send it back out wide. Ruben, the Iceman Nielsen, back again, this time to Zurdo, trying to find the invite to captain, and Corinthians now bombing players forward. Ball on top, controlled off the half turn. Corinthians deciding to go wide now, and the press here applied by the Iceman. Corinthians still in control. The Heat now absorbing a little bit of pressure as Corinthians will find the switch of field play and will go wide into this near hand half space. Flank action now. Colaci might be able to come away with it as he attempts the sliding challenge and unsuccessfully doing so. Corinthians will regather again into their build and into the back line. As possession now belongs to Corinthians over in the opposite side flank. Into the half space. Flank play again. A 1-2 combination for Corinthians. We'll see them rotate the ball all the way to the defensive line and all the way around. They're a patient side at times. Their game tendency is to pick it up and go, but once the Heat sets up nicely, they do move the ball pretty well, as that happens to be a proper option of build. As this ball trying to penetrate through the belly button of the field. Forward touch now. Controlled again by the Heat. Jordan Mace now trying to find his dribbling. Mace now into the stride. Jordan trying to regather possession of this one. Ball sent out of the way of Jordan Mace, and the ball gone down. Flag stays down. Corinthians of San Antonio looking to control. They'll go wide again, and now Ruben the Iceman Nielsen with defensive work to do. On the far hand side, a bicycle attempted the servicing ball, and this one nowhere near the target. Colaci will settle it forward, trying to find Zurdoñez, and Corinthians will secure it in the back. 38 minutes into this game, folks, and it's going to be, it could still be either or. There's no clear-cut advance. There's no clear-cut advantage, excuse me. And this one just yet for either side. Corinthians has hit the post off an offside play and could have had an arguable penalty call that I don't think should have been called, but definitely arguable. This one Set over, Lewis Wilson will get to it. That's why Captain Lou, we've got him. You don't. Corinthians will get a flick to go back into their defensive line. And over again to the center back. Defensive build-up play here for Corinthians. They've been active on the rotation of the ball. They've done a good job thus far. Big ball attempted again. This one's going to find the stride of the Durantula inside of his 18-yard box. And he'll roll it back out to Captain Lou. The Aberdeen native will play into the middle, trying to find something in that half space. Kid from Crawley now, letting this one roll by. Back over to Lewis Wilson. Driven ball to the Iceman, Ruben Nielsen. Trying to dribble, will settle back out over to Sebastian Rivera and over to Teddy West. Was finding stride now. Juan Manuel Romero now inviting off. And the play here, flag will stay down, and counter-attack opportunity here from a deflection by Corinthians on that Trivella pass attempted by Romero. The Greek machine will get a driven attempt of his own out wide, and good done so. And now it's Ruben Diaz-Nielsen approaching the inside 18-yard box. It's Ruben with it again, trying to send it inside to Kalachi. Their Heat with an opportunity. We'll see it. This one sailed out of play. Corner kick coming up, and a good opportunity regardless for the Laredo Heat to try to find something off of the stop ball. But Ruben Nielsen, fantastic on that stride. I would have loved to see the Iceman take a couple of touches more, maybe just one more touch, and try to dribble it. Try to find the driven shot over to the lower corner, but Iceman choosing to be unselfish in that situation, looking for Kolachi. Unofficial meteorological report will go momentarily through our unofficial meteorologist, Rod Marina, and we go again after the corner kick. And it'll be the first opportunity for the Heat as we see what the Heat drop from the board. This one's going to Lewis Wilson, folks, driven into the first line, and the Heat will get another opportunity here. Surda will try again. 2 for $1 into the stride, and Corinthians trying to find this one out. Flag goes up, offside on Mace, and the touch there by Dimitrios Leonoglu, who has a goal on the season off a set-piece opportunity. He's looking for his second. Corinthians will move it around in their back line, and opportunity for the team from the 2-1-0 to find proper build here. Gone through 41, folks. And this one by Corinthians played high. Sebas Rivera will bring it back down with his head over to the Iceman. Ruben Nielsen off the half turn. Ruben will put it high, trying to find the stride of Kolachi on that far hand side. Corinthians now will force it up top again, and a good cut again by the big man for SA Corinthians. Controlled here by Rivera. Comparte con Juan Manuel Romero, el hombre del Paso, Texas, Mr. 915. Flag goes up and offside on the play, and the Heat showing a little bit of frustration here off the decision by the linesman. I mean, we haven't found a break, folks. It's 0-0. The only break we've had this game is the water when the referee had, acquired for both teams, but it's been a tough one for either side to really find something. And the Heat, literally, the temperature heat, the meteorological heat, just a big factor here on the matchup as of now. So the temperatures will probably cool down a couple of more degrees, and we'll go through the unofficial report. This game started at 102 degrees. We've dropped it, I believe, by 3 degrees. We're comfortably sitting at a 99-degree temperature, wind speed 11 miles per hour coming in through the eastern side of town. This game, but the temperatures will drop a little bit more, so hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully the Heat can regather it. I know the Heat's called the Laredo Heat, but nobody likes to play in triple-digit weather. The extremity of South Texas. Lewis Wilson will get a header on this one as well, this time for Zurdo. Zurdo between two. Zurdo le pone el queso con un poco de mayonesa. Zurdo now find the space now with Ruben Nielsen. Back to Teddy West, the kid from Crawley. Choosing to go wide. Back to Takanaka-san. Beautiful play here by the Laredo Heat as this one sends it all the way back to Jordan Mace. Dimitrios Leonoglu fixing his shoe. Peculiar moment. Juan Manuel Romero busca la opción con el hombre de Crawley. Desde Inglaterra se une el ataque. Ahora es el italiano Chris Kolachi, el hombre de Milán. Kolachi abre el terreno de juego con Sebastián Rivera. Rivera manda el servicio y le faltó un poco de chocolate. La tiene Kolachi. Kolachi quiere reventar. Kolachi manda el servicio. No quiere bailar. Kolachi sigue bailando por la línea de fondo. Ahora comparte, controla Terry West. Viene el servicio, el primer palo. Nadie para el hit. Controla ahora Ruben the Iceman Nielsen, trying to get between two. Holding possession nicely now, deciding to go wide over to Jordan Mace. The other kid from Crawley, the Piston. Back again we go with the Greek machine, Dimitrios Fanoglu. Trying to find the split, the one-time ball, trying to find the penetration pass, and unlucky there for the Heat not to come up with a better option. Corinthians now will have a near-hand side flag, stays down. Off the overlap, unsuccessful. Jordan Mace battling forward, flag goes up, foul against Mace, and this is going to be in favor of the Laredo Heat in their own defensive third. Down to the last minute of the opening regulated 45 minutes of action. We're going to take a break at halftime, folks, trying to sort out all the technical difficulties that we had to put through. So we'll be back after the halftime, folks, hopefully with this stuff settled and cleared. But I mean, sometimes technology doesn't want to comply. They don't want to play. They don't want to be cool. SpongeBob says it's coral to be cool, and well, technology today not wanting to be coral. Has a Heat now. We'll share it with Dimitrios Vernoglu. A big ball from his, and no sequence of offense there, from the Laredo Heat. Ruben, the Iceman Nielsen trying to find the play. That's going to be against a foul against Ruben. Muller Nielsen, I'm not sure I agree with the decision, but so we'll go on to the 47th of play, folks, is what the fourth official suggested, and it's what the center official agreed upon. So we'll go until 47, and we'll take about a minute here between the player decides for Corinthians to get up, and by the time the moment of the match restarts. So we might go to 48 if the referee is generous. He might cut it back exactly at 47 if he's definitely codo. Near hand side play by SA Corinthians. And they'll find it up top again. Lewis Wilson with a header. Scolacci looks to bring it back down. Sherry now with the Iceman. It's Ruben Muller Nielsen. Ruben now trying to find the split and unsuccessfully doing so. Corinthians no option but to find a big ball of their own across, and it's going to be from from goalkeeper to goalkeeper now. Iazo as the Durantula ball shared. Aberdeen captain Lewis Wilson. Through ball attempted high by the Heat and rejected again by Corinthians of San Antonio. On the dribble, Corinthians trying to surprise out wide by the flank. Penetrating ball to the inside. It's going to be foul against Ruben, a yellow card against the Iceman, and well, we're approaching the 47th minute. This might be the last play of the half, and the Heat need to be solid defensively here. Well, the set piece opportunity here, folks, for Corinthians. We've definitely played past the 47th. It's going to be a ball into the box, I believe, far post and into the space. The Durantula just grasping onto this one. He'll punt it forward, folks. 47 minutes is enough, says the referee. 48 to be a little closer exact. We'll be back in about a quarter of an hour as we try to sort out the technical difficulties and we try to sort out everything for you to have a much better second half viewing experience. And quarter of an hour, we hope to fix it, and we hope to bring you back the action live as the Heat host SA Corinthians to see further postseason conference seeding and play. We'll be back in a quarter of an hour. Don't go anywhere. The Heat returns live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TAMU Soccer Complex. Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos de regreso al TAMU Soccer Complex, la casa de su Laredo Heat SC, en donde nos restan 45 minutos de acción, de pasión, de emoción. Bueno, y esperar un resultado aquí en casa, en donde ambos equipos buscan jugar postemporada. El árbitro con el último pitazo que inicia la segunda mitad aquí antes de que se juegue. Y el segundo tiempo tiene rotación, emoción, acción y todo lo demás. Y buscamos un poquito de azúcar en lo que ha sido una tarde medio amargada esta noche en Laredo, Texas. Controla zurdo, quiere darse la vuelta medio rápido y ahora encuentra el japonés Takanaka-san. Controla Dice, que comparte ahora otra vez con zurdo. La tiene Juan Manuel Romero. Romero busca el terreno de juego con Ruben Nielsen. Beautiful ball here now as the Iceman trying to bring it back down. This one out of play. Last touch by Ruben, and it's going to be Corinthians possession. We'll fix the clock for everybody at home, folks. We apologize. Well, there we go, folks. Now into the second. And the clock seems to be working now. Big ball now applied by the Heat. Unsuccessful. Controla zurdo. La tiene Roberto Zurdoñez. Quiere darse la media vuelta. Le dan el abrazo. Quieren su playera. Y ese ha sido el tema últimamente. Todo el mundo quiere la playera del mejor 10 de la liga. Roberto Zurdoñez no dispuesto a compartirla. We do apologize for all the technical difficulties we've had tonight, folks. Just a hot night in Laredo. Technology not wanting to work. The internet service here at the university apparently have the summer off as well, so everybody on vacation except for the Heat and Corinthians tonight. Here's a ball played again, this time by the Heat. Serviced across the far post, trying to find Lewis Wilson, who gets a header on this one. Dimitrios Onoglu will get a chest on it. Dimitrios fighting between two now, gets the cut. Leo on the run here. Controla the Greek machine, the servicing ball across the 18 and cleared out of danger by Corinthians of San Antonio. Control now by Sebastián Rivera. La mueve con el japonés Takanaka-san. Ahora controla Roberto Zurdoñez. Zurdo la mueve, la pone por abajo. Controla Juan Manuel Romero, el hombre del Paso, Texas. And Manny trying to duel between two folks. And now Teddy West looking to find a flick of his own, and Corinthians looking to go quick. It's a 4v3 now. If Corinthians hurries, but Lewis Wilson just cool, calm, and collectively keeps this game composed, and we've got Lewis Wilson. You don't. Back again we go. Teddy West in control here. West down through the bottom, trying to find Chris Colaci. Colaci between two, a foul on the play, and that's going to get called every day of the week and twice on Sunday. That'll be the Heat's possession here on the ground. The service opportunity now to find something quick, and doing so, Teddy West controla zurdo, la tiene Zurdoñez, quiere abrir el terreno de juego hacia abajo, pone ahora el balón en el camino de Jordan Mace. Corinthians jugará por abajo, la presión aplicada aquí por Teddy West. Corinthians doing a good job of controlling this one. So the Heat folks needing a victory or a tie to host, the post-conference tournament. If Corinthians San Antonio gets a draw, Corinthians will, I believe, finish third. I'm not sure how the conference is looking to be drawn up, but this game, folks, with a lot of playoff implications. Ball swung wide over to Takanaka. Daisuke now in control, trying to find the dribble forward now, sharing over with Jordan Mace by the corner flag sector. Mace keeps his ball in play, puts a little meg on this one, and too much meg on the coffee, and this one will be back again to Corinthians in terms of possession. And now Corinthians choosing a big ball wide out, as Dimitrios Onoglu will await the half turn and sharing now with the Aberdeen captain, Lewis Wilson. Un saludo muy especial a la familia Bonilla, que nos ve desde Houston, Texas. Gracias por estar con nosotros en la transmisión. Un saludo también con mucho cariño hacia todos los que nos ven y nos escuchan en Aberdeen. Thank you so much for staying up throughout the dawn and taking a glance at your Laredo Heat. Thank you for supporting both Liam Morrison and Lewis Wilson, and of course your Laredo Heat SC. Colorado, thank you so much for tuning in as well to the stream. Heat sends you a lot of love and thanks you very much for joining tonight's matchup. Teddy West will have it. Back again we go with the captain. It's Lewis Wilson, the Aberdeen native. Will have a beautiful through ball played, and Jordan Mace on the underlap. Wilson send it for the over. And Corinthians of San Antonio will control possession now. Ruben now on the press with a yellow card. The Iceman's got to be careful. Step on the ball. Lewis Wilson trying to make something happen. Wilson now will find it off the step. And now Wilson looking to go low and driven, and Corinthians regathered. Ball played now between Corinthians, who are trying to come up with it. And they'll get a side flank out. And a lot of pressure again. Near hand side. Ball played forward. The Heat looking to regather. And Corinthians looking to push it forward. Juan Manuel Romero on the sliding challenge. Corinthians now trying to break the line, trying to go fast, trying to go quick. And this ball off the field of play. Fantastic speed and fantastic strive. A lot of quickness and a lot of quirkiness, but the ball nowhere near its intended target. The Heat now having to stay a little bit better in control, a little bit better in composure, and a little bit better poised whenever it is that they do have the ball. And they'll have it now. Lewis Wilson will control on behalf of your favorite team from the 956. The Aberdeen native, the captain, in control here. Ball again to Juan Manuel Romero, el man. La pisa, le pone el tango y le pone un poquito de sazón. Dimitri Sonoglu back again to Takanaka-san. Takanaka. Now the Heat trying to go over with Jordan Mace. This ball out of play. Last touched by the Heat, and Corinthians now will have the throw at the half-field line. Head coach John Powell, the mayor of Electric City, with a lot of options on the bench. A lot of different players that could make definitely an impact, a change on today's matchup. And of course, at any point throughout the match, you could bet that the mayor of Electric City, John Powell, and staff will go through it. Staff of Electric City, folks. Bonilla man, Roger Bonilla, Josh Jones, Fabian Arciga. And of course, the general of Electric City, it's Mr. Adam Miller himself. Adam, send you a lot of love, brother. Wish you were in town with us. The whole Heat misses you, friend. Much love to you. Lewis Wilson back to Colaci, over to the Iceman now. The Iceman will share it back to Dimitri Stoyanoglu. The Heat finding a very good way out of that situation. And now a high through ball attempted. Jordan Mace now the piston, the engine will run through it. And Jordan Mace is the kind of player that's got 8 cylinders on him, folks. Player down for Corinthians. Referee will have a glance. Play will have to be put to a stop until the player gets back up. And of course, the training staff here will be asked on, I believe, on behalf of the official, Soraya Acosta. Fantastic training here that the Laredo Heat have, along with Adriana Gonzalez. They'll make their way over to the field of play and make sure that everybody is good and okay. Folks, don't forget there's only one handle that you can find your Laredo Heat on every social media platform. You can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, watch us on YouTube, check out our Instagram out, and this year exclusively you could view us on the TikTok at Laredo Heat SC. That's where you can find us on every social media platform. And of course, click the little button that allows you to interact with us and show every one of your friends that you are indeed a friend of the Laredo Heat Soccer Club. That's the best way for you to stay in contact with us as well. If you have a little one in your family, folks, if you have a child, a young one, anybody who's wanting to learn how to love the game of soccer and who's wanting an introduction into the development of a soccer player, please reach out to the Laredo Heat. It's a fantastic academy with licensed coaching. It's a fantastic academy with great staff. So it's the best academy here in Laredo, Texas, folks. So please contact us if you're in the area and you're interested in your little one having a love for the game while, being able to learn everything about the game itself. So make sure you hit us up on our social media platforms. That's the best place for you to ask for information on the Laredo Heat Academy. He want to send a very massive shout out to Fit Club, the official workout place of the team. That's where the team has their rehab lifts at Fit Club here in Laredo, Texas. So, Mr. Martin, thank you so much for being a fantastic host and obviously an integral part of the success of the Laredo Heat for the last 2 seasons. Thank you so much for all you do for the club. The Heat will regather here. They'll replay and they'll regather momentum, hopefully, as this ball swung wide over to Sebastian Rivera. Rivera, back interior play, over to Lewis Wilson. Lewis Wilson now to the kid from Crawley. It's Terry West, back to Dimitri Stoyanoglu. Takanaka trying to get a flick forward here. Player is down, dangerous play, and of course, after the hit, it's going to be a set piece here in the defensive half of Corinthians. There's a 4 Corinthians. Corinthians will play on the ground here. Good movement for Corinthians, folks. They play interiorly very well. Brownsville playing very well interiorly as well when they do. And Corinthians earning the set piece here. Corinthians will have it. Backline activity for Corinthians. Lob through ball up top. Sebastian Rivera with work to do here. He'll get to this one first. And Rivera will try to play this one out. Dangerous play here, and the foul against Corinthians. Will referee keeping the cards in his pockets and well. All up top. Played over to Colachi. We'll try to let it run. The kid from Crawley will look to regather here. He goes down. And Travella pass. Takanaka will get to this one. Takes a touch on the stride. Now in control. Takanaka leaving players behind. Driven over to Surdoñez. Controla Roberto Surdoñez. La tiene. Comparte ahora con el capitán de Aberdeen, Lewis Wilson. Driven up top now. Over to Ruben the Iceman Nielsen. Lob attempted here for Chris Colachi. And good play there by the Heat to try to find the stride forward. Rivera will share back with the Aberdeen captain. Controla Juan Manuel Romero, le quiere poner el cambio, le quiere dar la vuelta como llanta, excelentemente aplicada. Controla el japonés, sliding challenge by Corinthians. And this is going to be Heat possession here in the form of a throw on the far hand side. Heat will play now. Zurdo trying to get between two. It's going to be Corinthians possession and the Heat giving it up there. All played forward. Now a through ball attempted here by Corinthians. And the Greek machine will see this one back to Takanaka. Over to Captain Lewis Wilson, and a striding pass here back to Sebastian Rivera. Over to the kid from Crawley on the bottom now, trying to find Colachi. Colachi on the stride, and a sliding challenge here by Corinthians. We'll see this ball still out of play, and the throw now to the Laredo East Soccer Club. Ball swung back, controlled over by Lewis Wilson. Wilson will have it. Back again to Dimitrios Leonoglu, the Greek machine in control. Sharing out wide we go. Takanaka-san. Kaminari. Kaminari playing a defensive role here. Usually he's in the midfield, but today on defense. Trying to dribble it forward. Kaminari between two, poking it back outside. The Heat now with good situation. The Heat trying to find the solution out wide. Jordan Mace can't keep it under control. Can't keep it in possession. Can't keep it in the favor. The Heat now again with a chance inside of the 18-yard box. La tiene Zurdo. Zurdo la tiene que rematar. Jordan Mace with it with a chance, and this one just a tad bit wide. And the Heat have to connect with something inside of the box in that situation. Try to force something through. And now on the counterattack, S.A. Corinthians. On the stretch, Sebastian Rivera with work to do, centering ball and into the gloves of the Tarantula. Teddy West with a lot of time and space to go forward. The kid from Crawley with an opportunity here. On we go with Ruben the Iceman Nielsen. He'll share with Juan Manuel Romero. La tiene Zurdo. Sliding challenge by Corinthians. Studs up, no foul. Zurdo between two again. Zurdo taking numbers and taking names. The 1-2 action, late challenge. That's definitely got to be a card, senor referee. And into the pocket. Please tell me you're going to give him a card, sir. And Corinthians might walk out of this one cleaner than a sponge. Sure enough. Romero will put it into the sky. Lewis Wilson trying to find the header. Unlucky he didn't get it. Corinthians now will send it out of play. Corner kick opportunity and a good situation here for the Laredo Heat Soccer Club. Un saludo con mucho cariño a Puebla, México, que no se ve y no se escucha. Saludos hasta Puebla. Right in el servicio. On behalf of the Heat, it's going to be a possession here by Zurdoñez. Zurdo la tiene, la mueve. Roberto Zurdoñez hacia adentro! And Lewis Wilson unable to get to this one. It's going to be a throw for the Heat regardless here, folks. And the player is down, but there's no foul necessarily on the play. It was a 50-50 challenge and a good one by Lewis Wilson. There should not be possession here for Corinthians. The training staff is asked on as well again. So don't forget, folks, at Laredo Heat, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and of course TikTok, the one and only place officially for your Laredo Heat Soccer Club on every social media platform. Nos pueden encontrar en todas las redes sociales, @Laredo Heat SC en Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, y claro, Facebook. Hay contenido subido diario, muy buen contenido, si no es que lo digo yo. Los invitamos a que nos sigan, a que nos den un like, a que se suscriban a los canales, a que nos apoyen también en las redes sociales. Gracias por enseñar todo su apoyo el día de hoy aquí en Laredo, Texas. Thank you again for tuning in to tonight's matchup, folks. Thank you for showing your support throughout the entire MPSL Lone Star Conference in the regular season. This is the last encounter of the regular season. Playoffs begin Tuesday. The Heat have one playoff game locked in. And so at home, a positive result today, a point or three, will see them with an opportunity to host the conference tournament. But of course, business has to be taken care of on Tuesday. One step at a time, folks. Paso a paso, pasito a pasito, escalón por escalón. No hay que brincarse las jugadas, no hay que brincarse los momentos. Hay que tomar partido por partido y a ver cuál es la situación apropiada para Laredo Heat SC. We'll see, folks. We'll see. Well, we're waiting the clearance to get back and to get this game back underway. Head coach John Powell not making any adjustments as of now. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so, folks. Don't forget to check out our videos that we upload throughout the year. We have a lot of our academy videos on the channel as well. They're all on Facebook and I believe Instagram, but don't quote me on the Instagram. Don't notarize the note. But make sure you check us out on our social media platforms and, of course, our YouTube channel where daily content is uploaded. Substitution for the Laredo Heat. Viene un cambio al terreno de juego aparte de su Laredo Heat. Making his way off the field, number 22, Ruben Muller-Nielsen. And coming on, number 14, from Puebla, México. It's Julio Trapaga. Viene el cambio, sale el hombre de hielo, Ruben Muller-Nielsen. Y entra con el número 14 desde Puebla, México, Julio Trapaga al servicio del Heat. No tampoco que le dan el toque para poder ejecutar algo. Y ahí controla otra vez el capitán, the captain from Aberdeen native. From Aberdeen, Scotland. It's Daisuke Takanaka on the far hand side now, losing possession here, and Heat fans showing a little bit of frustration there. And Corinthians will control, but there's only one man getting this ball every single time, and that's Daisuke Takanaka. Kaminani, the speed that the young Japanese man possesses is literally unreal. Zurdo, la pena, va a pelear Julio Trapaga. Zurdo trying to win possession of this one. There's a slight foul on the play. A little jersey pulled by Zurdo, and Corinthians now will share. Ball up top. Sebas Rivera le pone la frente. The kid from Crowley able to regather this one. It's Teddy West. West trying to share on the ground here. Sebastian Rivera will get a whiff of his own. And Corinthians will control the Heat's defensive third here. A shot from afar, and this one just off target, folks. Juan Manuel Romero is down, but up. Hope he's okay. Sebastian Rivera also down on the near hand side. I believe there's going to be a change from the kid from Nuevo Laredo. I believe the change is coming for Sebastian Rivera. So a change on the field, folks, as I believe it's going to be Sebastian Rivera making his way and coming onto the field of play. Number 3, it's everybody's favorite guest at dinner because he brings something different every time to the plate. It's a different gravy. It's Liam Morrison, the Aberdeen native. So Scotland's very own Morrison and Wilson on the field of playing, for the Heat here for the Heat, and Caminati will go to the right-hand side. Trapaga will fight for this one. Ball not bounced off the field of play. Off the field of stride. The Corinthians now with the ball in the middle. Sliding challenge here applied there by Morrison. Corinthians still in control of this one, playing between two, but Juan Manuel Romero just fantastic on the recovery here. Sliding challenge there, Morrison. We'll see it on the ground. Back again, we go to the Italian, the man from Milan. And Chris Colacci is able to regather and get up. Out wide we go to Juan Manuel Romero. La tiene man y viene el cambio de juego. Es hermosamente aplicada. As this ball looking for Mace here on the near-hand side. Mace is now naturally on his right-hand side again. Jordan now on the dribble, trying to get between two, trying to find the split as they put to a halt. May still trying to find the dribble through it. There's going to be a foul on the play. That's going to be against Corinthians. Corinthians are upset, and San Antonio looking to argue the decision. And a good chance here for the Heat from the set-piece opportunity. They've had a couple throughout the game. We'll see what the decision is on this one. It's going to be Jordan Mace over it, along with Surdoñez. And in the box for the Heat, the Arsenal up top, it's going to be Lewis Wilson, Dimitrios Ranoglu, Julio Trapaga. Along with, I believe, Juan Manuel Romero. Takanaka will be sent back to defend, along with Morrison, Teddy West in the mid-block. Again, in the middle, it's going to be Jordan Mace, along with Colacci in the box for the Heat. The Heat looking for an opportunity from the set piece. Zurdo la puede poner bonito, le puede poner la firma, le puede poner la estampa que tiene el nativo. Viene el servicio y se va a repetir. Creo que se anticipó un poco Roberto Ordóñez, un poco de anticipación. We have just over 22 minutes of play here, 21 minutes of play, and a set piece opportunity for the Heat. It's a crazy day, the last day of the Lone Star Conference, folks. Zurdo con el servicio, le pone la estampa, first post, and trying to find Juan Manuel Romero. Zurdo now with defensive work to do. Juan Manuel Romero applying the press on his near-hand side, and Daisuke Takanaka applying the coverage here of the ball. This one out of play, last touched by Corinthians, and it's going to be the Heat's throw here as Wilson will put himself in a position to receive. Back again we go. Caminati over to Louis. Captain Lou. He'll swing it inside, interior play, on and over to the Greek machine. It's Dimitrios Leonoglu. Over to Teddy West. West choosing to go wide. Back to Morrison. Different gravy. We'll send it up top, trying to find Colacci. And unable to find anybody. Teddy West on the ground. Back into Julio Trapaga. One time out. Back to the Italian. No foul. But Teddy West will get a sliding challenge of his own. And that's going to be a foul against Corinthians in favor of the Heat. And for the accumulation of fouls, it's going to be a yellow card against Corinthians. So he will have it in the form of a set piece. Ryan very close to the half-field line. And possession will belong to the Heat here. Leonoglu will chip it up, trying to find something with Trapaga. Julio. Llega bien el servicio del hombre de Puebla. Y le faltó un poco de energía. Different gravy. Running it as well. Liam Morrison with it on the stride here, trying to find the servicing ball. Morrison will get it into the gloves of the keeper. That ball not out of play. Heat wanted the corner kick. They won't get it. And it's the other way around now for the Laredo Heat Soccer Club, as now they're on the defensive half of the field. Juan Manuel Romero viene a presionar, viene a darle el toque. Ese balón sale del rectángulo de acción y viene el saque de banda para el equipo de Laredo Heat. Perdón, de Corinthians, de San Antonio. Viene otro cambio al terreno de juego. Sale con el número 10, Roberto Ordóñez, el zurdo. And coming onto the field of play. Coming onto the field of play, number 7, Masaya Sekiguchi-san. Lazy touch there, and the Heat are going to get the ball back. Roberto Ordóñez makes way. Sekiguchi comes on. Another tactical adjustment made by the mayor of Electric City and staff, John Powell. Ball swung wide. Controlled here by the Greek Machine, flirting to go negative and deciding to take a touch out forward. The Greek Machine will drive it on the bottom, turning possession over. Nobody home for the Heat here. He'll get another one, another chance to defend this one. And Corinthians will find it on the turnaround. The shot, and this one just glared out by the Durantula. And it's going to be definitely a talking to the Greek Machine on that possession here. Not his best, to be fair. Connor Durant back to the Aberdeen, Scotland native. It's Lewis Wilson. He'll get a flick forward, beautifully applied to Julio Trapaga. As Trapaga fights for this one. And Trapaga still on the chase. Julio con la presión. Trapaga presionando. Trapaga buscando el balón, buscando el esférico. And the press not falling Julio's. And now the Heat having to defend here. Interior ball played. Fought for there by Masaya-san Sekiguchi. Jordan Mates now on the near-hand side, applying the press as Corinthians of San Antonio will give possession up off a bad touch. One-time pass back. And the throw here by the Heat. Caminati back to West, over to Lewis Wilson. Wilson now flirting forward. Wilson will get a chip up top, trying to find something with Mason, controlled by Julio Trapaga. Julio conduce, la tiene. La maneja el hombre de Puebla, pierde la posesión del esférico y otra vez a recorrer por la presión. Ball on the bottom, and the flag definitely goes up. And that's going to be a ball here for Corinthians. And a great decision there by the AR on the far-hand side. Boy. Ball played high by Wilson, trying to find something with Trapaga. Julio fighting for it. This ball bouncing back all the way to Jordan Mace. Mace with an opportunity now to find the dribble forward. There's a servicing ball, trying to find something with the far post, looking for Colachi, who's playing on that left-hand side. And Corinthians will send this one out of play yet again. Ball thrown forward. The Heat looking to control here on the far-hand side. Chris Colachi battling forward, awaiting the decision there. No foul just yet. The official says to play, and he'll share now back with Taddy West. As West will get a touch on the ground. Corinthians will regather, but Juan Manuel Romero with it again. Manny va a tirar desde lejos. This one off target for the Heat, folks. Yuma, Arizona, gracias por estar con nosotros. Saludos con mucho cariño. Thank you for joining the stream, Yuma, Arizona. Ball sent forward. The Greek Machine trying to get a touch on this one. Corinthians will play. Juan Manuel Romero unable to get to it. Lob through ball near hand side. Caminati will await it. He'll get a header on this one. Back again to the Greek Machine. Dimitrios Vanoglu will get it on the bounce. No foul, says the official. Juan Manuel Romero battling forward. Romero la tiene. Manny quiere conducir entre dos. Viene la falta. And of course, it's going to be every day against Corinthians. Yellow card here for number 99 for Corinthians. We're approaching the last quarter an hour in the regulated 90, folks. This game ends in a draw after 90 minutes. It's a point for both sides. Our postseason begins on Tuesday. This game ends in a draw. It favors both teams, to be fair, though I believe have the first and second seeding. Back again to different gravy. Over again we go. Teddy West trying to flirt with a touch forward now, and West sharing back on far-hand side with Colacci. Chris, the Italian, the man from Milan, trying to drill between two. Milan gets taken down. Referee says foul, and a good opportunity here for the Laredo East Soccer Club. Yeah, it's going to be a servicing opportunity here for the Laredo East Soccer Club. Just about 14 left, folks. The servicing opportunity, the Heat with a set piece, trying to find the line-breaking goal here. The set piece, the shot, this one far post, and Lewis Wilson waiting. It's going to be a corner kick, another opportunity for the Laredo East Soccer Club. Corner now, far hand side, looking for Leonolu. Leonolu will get it back inside. This one deflected. The referee says corner kick, and it's back-to-back for the Heat here. Here's a servicing opportunity. Jordan Mace over it. It's going to be an in-swinger. And in the box for the Heat, a couple of opportunities here. A lot of height in the box, a lot of power in the headers of the players inside. And it's going to be the service from Mace. This one far post, and just a missed opportunity for the Heat here. Is this ball nowhere near the target? It goes in and out on the same pendulum swing. The Heat are trying to find. I believe we're going to have another water break here, given by the official. 95 degrees, dropped about 7 degrees since kickoff, but the wind's also picked up. The referee's saying water break. We'll add it to the stoppage. Both teams, folks, though, have been playing very hard in the minutes we have played here tonight. It's definitely tough, but I mean the conditions in South Texas are not the most comfortable if you're an outdoor person. It's definitely hot. It's hotter than hot here. Can't say it's the hottest, but it's definitely not tranquilo. Heat fans, don't forget the Laredo Heat are back in action on Tuesday in the first game of the postseason. They will host the semi-final of the conference championship in that round, and well, we're waiting to see how the rest of the night finishes off. But it could be Brownsville, it could be Corinthians, it could be Irving. I mean, it's just open for anybody at this point, depending on the results of this matchup. See how the rest of this game plays off. We have the last 10, I believe, when we get things back underway, plus stoppage. So a lot of time still left, folks. Definitely closing in on that midnight hour, but it's definitely a lot of time to play still. Play will resume shortly here, ladies and gentlemen. Semi-humid night, but definitely a hot one in the 956. Beautiful Saturday evening to host some beautiful soccer football action in the 9-5 since. Currently 10:03 p.m. Kickoffs at 8:30. Excuse me, 8:15. So substitution on that far hand side for Corinthians. Play will resume. Corinthians will have it on the ground. Goal kick coming up, and the last 10 minutes, well, the 9 and change, are well underway here at the TAMIU Soccer Complex. Corinthians will get a lobbed through ball of their own. Liam Morrison will just swing it back, trying to find something on that far hand side that's going to be against the Heat. Conachi couldn't get the touch, and now defensive work for the Heat here on the throw for Corinthians. Headed out by Colachi. And the Corinthians will have a throw again. On the throw. I say Corinthians, the pressure applied by Trapaga. This one out of play. I mean, the work rate by Trapaga has been fantastic since he came on. The Heat now. Trying to defend here. The lob went through. Morrison forcing the mistake here. Leonoglu will punt one of his own high. Trapaga showing frustration. Now Corinthians controls on the other side of the field. This ball goes wide again. Here into the flank on the far hand side. Lob through while attempted. This is a good one. Dimitrios Leonoglu will get a header on this one as a Durantula. His first to it. Connor Durant, the ball at his hands. The Greek machine off the rollover by the Durantula. Options on the flank. Deciding to go with different gravy. Liam Morrison. Back again to the Greek machine. Dimitrios Leonoglu. Letting this one play over to Teddy West. He'll get a poke inside to different gravy. And this one controlled now by Corinthians. Inside of the box, Corinthians winding a dance. Lewis Wilson applying the press here. Corinthians now will trying to go wide. Takanaka defense. Corinthians now flirting with a shot at the edge of the 18. They'll control again, and this one back interiorly into the middle channel. With 1-2 plays. Ball wide out. Controlled and regathered here by Liam Morrison, who puts a break on it. Puts a lot of calmness on the ball. No foul, says the official. Colachi's got to get up. Corinthians on the play again. Corinthians faking the shot, deciding to find a favorable foot outing. No layoff yet. Corinthians still on the dribble. This ball near hand side. Flag goes up. Offside is a ruling. Play omitted. It's going to be possession here for the Heat. Substitution on the field for Corinthians. Durantula being told to slow it down a little bit as the substitution will take place for Corinthians. All sent up by the Durantula. Looking to find something with Trapaga, who can't keep it under control, but he will regather here. It's Romero. Romero choosing to go wide and turning possession over. Jordan Mace will get it off the lucky bounce for the Heat here. Mace on the one-on-one, trying to find something with a dribble, trying to split the defender. Mace now by the corner flag center, trying to force it. Mace looking to find something here. No fouls on the play. No foul, says the official. Mace still with it. This ball out of play, last touched, I believe, by Corinthian. It's a corner kick opportunity for the Laredo Heat Soccer Club. Approach last 5 minutes of the regulated 90. Not sure how much the official will give for stoppage. But it's a set piece opportunity from the corner flag sector. Near hand side. Over it is Jordan Mace. Mace with the delivery here. This one inside far post. Lenoglu awaiting the volley. No chance there as it's cleared out by Corinthians. This one out of play. Throw for the Heat. Different gravy will do the honors for the Laredo Heat Soccer Club as Aberdeen Scotland native will throw the ball back into play. Paul up top now. Trapaga trying to play between two. This one out of play, and it's last touched by Julio. It's going to be Corinthians' throw. Corinthians will play it now. Lewis Wilson will get to this one first, trying to find something with Masaya-san Sekiguchi. Corinthians will punt it out, and header here unsuccessful. Found the play that's going to be against Scotland's very own Liam Morrison. And the Heat will have it defensively. Well, they won't have it, excuse me. They'll have to defend on the set piece here as Corinthians will try to send something forward as we have the last two of play. Excuse me, the last four. Try to play through. Well, Corinthians yet to take the set piece. Middle third of the field. Corinthians will play short. 1-2 with the goalkeeper. Back into the flank. Big ball in coming by Corinthians, and sure enough, when you don't have to play, we don't have a set style of play. It's forward and just await the bounces. Belnoglu now off the turn. Dimitrios a cut to the inside, and Lewis Wilson massive on the defensive challenge there. And what a play by the captain for the Heat. As Scotland's very own Liam Morrison will await this one. He try to send this one forward out of play. Last touched by Corinthians. Corinthians will make another adjustment. So the Heat will have the throw. Far hand side. Morrison will throw it deep, trying to find Trapaga. Colaci back to Trapaga. Over to Colaci again. On the ground, trying to find something forward there. Unsuccessful is the man from Milan. And a throw opportunity for Corinthians of SA. See? On the flank now, defended by Morrison. Corinthians still with an opportunity, and the sliding challenge by Morrison, folks. Different gravy, giving everybody a visual demonstration of why he's everybody's favorite guest at the dinner table. It's because he brings something different every time. The book of spells and the bag of tricks is just unlimited. For different gravy, a chance for the Heat here to try to find something with Colaci. Colaci trying to drive it forward, turnover of possession again, and it's that Corinthians of San Antonio in controlled out wide into the flank as we approach the last minute and 20 seconds of the regulated 90 here in this matchup. Sliding challenge, found the play. It's going to be against Liam Morrison, and a foul on the play. Gives the possession of the ball here to Corinthians of San Antonio. As we're approaching the last minute of play, folks. There's a service by Corinthians. There's a layover. Now the service into the box. No foul, says the official. Leonoglu will kicking out of play, and it's going to be a throw here for Corinthians again to regather. The referee's got to give it at least 4 minutes, folks. There's 2 water breaks, a couple of injuries on the field, and we go to 5. So we'll play to the 95th, ladies and gentlemen. That's the official call. On the turnaround here, Corinthians trying to find something. Morrison will get the flick. This is a good opportunity here for Trapaga, the goalkeeper, awaiting this one all the way to the edge of the 18. Trapaga might have had a deflection there, but Morrison will bring the ball back down nicely. Excuse me, that's Jordan Mace. Mace's hand goes up, and now Corinthians trying to find an aerial ball of their own. Leonoglu now awaiting it off the sliding challenge, and Corinthians, what a break if I've ever seen one. Corinthians with an opportunity inside of the box, and Lewis Wilson, the wall, the mural, making it happen is the Aberdeen native Scotland captain. We'll see this one settle high, trying to find something with Trapaga. Trapaga goes down and foul on the play. Great job by the Puebla native. The Heat pushing numbers forward. I'm not sure the decision could pay off very well for the Heat as they're looking for for Lewis Wilson in that box. I mean, he's being marked by 3 to be very fair with Corinthians. Remember that Lewis Wilson scored the equalizer in San Antonio on match day 1. Romero will have it into the sky. This one just a tad bit too far and into the gloves of Corinthians, who will just await it here as we have a minute and a half into this matchup. Lewis Wilson on the chase here, having to reposition himself. Nobody there for the Heat. Ball brought down now by Caminati. Over to Jordan Mace now on the step. Mace sharing with Leonoglu. Leo will put it into the air again, trying to find the run of the Italian Colacci. The Greek machine could not connect with the Milan native. Ball out of play, last touched by the Heat. Corinthians will control in the form of a throw. Substitution on the field of play, folks. Out comes number 4, Dimitrios Leonoglu. On comes to the field number 25, Jose Rivera. Jose Rivera makes his way on the field of play. The Greek machine steps out for the remainder of this matchup. Defensive work here for the Laredo Heat. Corinthians will send the Arsenal forward. The Heat have to be solid defensively. They'll go short, and this is from the whiteboard. Back interiorly. This is going to go to the second post here. Chased there by Juan Manuel Romero. Ball centered inside. Chased down by Lewis Wilson. We'll get a flick on this one. Wilson looking to come up with it. Flag is up. And possession here belongs to the Heat. Caminati will try to send this one forward. Japan International will not sure what's going on the field of play here. Oh, it's going to be a throw is what the official had said. That ball had gone out of place, so no offside, no foul. It's going to be a throw in the favor of the Heat. This one thrown into the space now, trying to find Masaya Sansegiguchi. Back to Chris Colacci, over to Trapaga. Julio la pone en el suelo. Quiere conducir, el balón sale del terreno de juego y nos restan 40 segundos en este momento. El Laredo Heat puede ganar el título de la liga, el título de la temporada regular con un empate. Corinthians want to spoil. They need the 3 points to take the victory. This ball belongs again to the Heat. On the bottom now by the corner flag sector. Player is down. A foul on the field of play and a set piece opportunity here as we close out the 95th minute of action. We'll see what the Laredo Heat do from this set piece. It could be a match-winning opportunity when Julio Trapaga or Lewis Wilson gets behind this header, folks. There's only one destination, and that's for Corinthians to pick the ball up like fishermen. Bottom of the net, like collecting today's catch. And well, folks and gentlemen, that's today's matchup. No more, says the official. The Laredo Heat clinch the Lone Star Conference regular season championship, and the Heat with a point here at home. Make it happen. Make it happen, as they are the regular season conference champions. Mayor of Electric City, John Powell, what a fantastic regular season he's had. And the Laredo Heat here with a point clinch. Both hostings, of course, business has to be taken care of. Thank you. On Tuesday. But as of right now, the Laredo Heat folks will get both hosting seeds if they advance. If they advance on Tuesday. And that matchup to take place here at home, so if you're in the area, the semifinal, the Lone Star Conference takes place on Tuesday. Corinthians came in very poised, very controlled. Again, situations did not permit them to be their strongest in their last two outings, where they were thrashed by 13 goals. But today's matchup different for both teams. Corinthians, very disciplined team during the postseason as well. And the Laredo Heat, earning a regular season title here today with the draw. Damas y caballeros, el árbitro dijo que 95 minutos fueron suficientes, ni un segundo más. Y dice que el Laredo Heat se ha llevado el campeonato de la temporada regular. Todavía queda mucho por jugar en la postemporada que empieza el martes. Aquí en el Laredo, aquí en el TAMU Soccer Complex de Laredo, Texas, el Heat es campeón de la temporada regular de la Lone Star Conference en la NPSL y hoy se llevan el campeonato de la temporada regular. Hay mucho todavía por jugar, la postemporada empieza el martes, entonces asegúrense que sigan con nosotros, disculpen, que estén con nosotros el martes, nos apoyen. Si están en el área, por favor, les invito con mucho cariño yo a venir a celebrar el campeonato regular y el primer partido de la postemporada. Yo sé que todavía queda mucho trabajo por hacer, queda mucho por jugar todavía empezando el martes, pero le damos la bienvenida con mucho cariño para el martes, que es el primer partido de la postemporada. Damas y caballeros, Laredo Heat empata a un gol, tiene un punto en el marcador en hoy. Tienen un punto del resultado del marcador de hoy y con ese punto se llevan el campeonato de la temporada regular de la conferencia de Lone Star en la NPSL. Es un placer que hayan estado con nosotros esta noche. El partido del martes será transmitido, ojalá, si la tecnología quiere ser amable y quiere jugar y nos da permiso de poder transmitir el juego y el encuentro del martes, pero si no, los invito con mucho cariño, los brazos abiertos para unirse el martes aquí en el TAMU Soccer Complex y ojalá los tengamos aquí, para poder tener mucho ambiente, mucha emoción, mucho cariño en las gradas para apoyar a los chavos, ya que ustedes también son parte del Laredo Heat Soccer Club. Gracias, mis damas y caballeros, mi nombre es Rodrigo Marina, por favor cuídense mucho, que tengan bonita noche, nos despedimos después de lo de inglés. My name is Rodrigo Marina, thank you so much for joining us tonight. The Heat earn a point here at home, which sees them clinch, which sees them clinch the regular season conference championship, folks. They topped the Lone Star Conference of the MPSL, and a point is enough here at home to clinch the postseason first seeding. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rod. Thank you so much again for joining us. Be good, be safe, and we hope to see you on Tuesday. Damas y caballeros, gracias por estar con nosotros. Nos vemos el martes. Yo los invito a que vean el partido y vengan al TAMU Soccer Complex para ver el partido y vivir la emoción en vivo. Mi nombre es Rodrigo Marina, gracias por estar con nosotros, se les aprecia mucho. Cuídense, por favor, estén bien y nos vemos el martes. Que tengan bonita noche. Hasta luego. Adiós.